What's up, everybody? Well, today I'm going to do another full house cleaning to test vacuum cleaning performance. And today I thought I'd go ahead and feature my Rainbow D4c SE. This is the early model SE before they went to the PN2 model. As you can see, there's the power brush design. It's very similar to the R2800 and the R1650. They kept this on the early model SEs. It is the R4375C model power brush. And here's the brush roll. This is its original brush roll. It's got soft bristles, a set of beater bars, and then on the other side, the bristles and beater bars have swapped. This is the brush roll design that Rainbow has been using in these power brushes since the days of the D3. It definitely beats and sweeps the carpet pretty good and has very good agitation. So we'll see how this works when it comes to cleaning performance. But one remark I do have about this SE model specifically has to do with the spider setup in this. I don't know what Rainbow was thinking when they went to this, but let me go ahead and show you the spider. Well, there's the separator. As you can see, it is a gray separator. Same design as the late model PE, except for whatever reason they colored it in gray instead of white. But let me show you the spider. Take off that nut. See, there's the spider that's in this. And you can see it's got this weird tunnel design right here that Rainbow originally put to improve suction performance. But in reality, through tests by other collectors, is that this actually gets a little less airflow than the PE model. I think Bill from Vac Lab, who also owns this same model canister, recorded this at like 87 CFM at the cleaner head with this spider setup, where I think the PE model that has the upgraded separator, or the same one that my D4c non-SE has, it would have scored at least a low 90s as far as CFM at the cleaner head. Now, CFM at the nozzle is about 44, I think. But I'm probably rambling on at this point. But basically, with this style of spider, you do get a little bit lower airflow than you would if it weren't to have this tunnel of spider design, which my old D4c non-SE doesn't have this, which eventually Rainbow went back to the old style spider that was used on the PE because it has more airflow out of it. It still creates the same amount of suction, it's just the airflow is reduced a little bit compared to the old style spider setup, which they eventually went back. They still kept the separator design, but I found one way to tell these apart for what kind of spider you have is if it has the gray separator, then more likely than not it's got this style of spider, which is not a major deal. But however, there are some early model SEs that may have a white separator, but you got to look hard because that separator may have been replaced, and it could potentially have this spider, which unfortunately the motor still produces the same amount of suction. It doesn't channel the airflow very good because of this design. You see, everything is supposed to like flow upwards, whereas the original design and the PE design just kind of flows any way it wants. Because of that, it has more efficient transfer of airflow, so there's no like notches where the airflow can't go. So admittedly, the early model D4Cs as well as the PE models, they have the old style separator, and I think you can look back at my old videos I made on my D4C non-SE that has the old style spider. That one has a little bit better airflow than this guy does. So I am very interested to see how this setup does. And keep in mind, just to recap, I am going to be using the original brush roll that came in this. So let's go ahead and put the latches back on. Plug in the connection to the power brush. And yeah, this is the newer style hose that has the electrical wire running through the hose up to the handle, and this is the early model that doesn't have the handle trigger on top. See, it gets connected right here, but still, like the old style D4s as well as D3s, even the D2s for that matter, are the power brush is actually wired in directly to the motor, and it basically turns on whenever it's plugged in and the motor is turned on. But anyway, let's go ahead and I'll cut away and fill up the water basin, and we'll come back and we'll get started to full house cleaning. All right, basin's all filled up. Now let's go ahead and set the motor unit on. Latch it down. Plug in the cord for the power brush. And now, let's get started. Of carpet lines. Groom's very good for only having like statistically one row of bristles, but these beater bars definitely do a good job of beating the carpet. So impressive results for a brush roll with one set of bristles and another set of beater bars. So let's continue on.
doing the last room. Well, everybody, the full house cleaning is all complete. And this is going to be the results, keep in mind, with the early style SE Spider and the original brush roll for this. So I'm pretty interested to see how the results are for this, for something that tests have shown to slow off airflow compared to the original design that they eventually went back to. All right. All right. Look at this. Get out.
Fairly impressive results. Not nearly as impressive as my original D4c with the old style spider, but this is not terrible results. As you see, it did pick up quite a bit of clumps of pet hair, presumably, thanks to that one. But
Hold it up to the light. Show you. It's not nearly as dark as some other setups I've done. But you guys tell me, is this impressive result or not nearly as impressive as my other D4c with its other spider setup? All right, everything's back together, and I hope you've enjoyed this full house cleaning with this Rainbow D4c SE. Be sure and stay tuned, and don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.